She sighed it so casually, like she was talking about a piece of furniture. I'm keeping your dog. Those 4 words didn't just echo in my ears. They shattered something deep inside me. I remember standing there, frozen in the doorway of the apartment that used to feel like home. My hands were trembling. Not out of fear but disbelief, because she wasn't just talking about a dog. She was talking about him, about Rex. Rex wasn't just a pet. He was my partner, my shadow, my silent strength on days when the world felt too heavy. A trained police ka-9, yes, but to me, he was the only soul that never lied, never pretended, never walked away. Unlike her, he had spent 3 years building a life with Sophia, 3 years of shared mornings, quiet dinners, and the promises whispered like they would last forever. She used to laugh when Rex followed me everywhere. Used to say, I think he loves you more than I do. Back then, he thought she was joking. But what he didn't know that day was how true those words really were. The breakup wasn't loud. There were no more dramatic fights, no more screaming matches. Just silence. Cold, heavy silence that slowly replaced everything we once were. She became distant. Late nights, hidden phone calls, smiles that didn't reach her eyes. Until everything changed. One evening, he came home early, and the truth was waiting for me, sitting on our couch, wearing a stranger's face. After that, things fell apart faster than he could process. Words were exchanged, but none of them mattered, because betrayal has a way of drowning everything else out. He packed my things that night, or at least, he tried to, because when he reached for Rex's leash, she stepped in front of me. You're not taking him, she sighed, her voice firm, unfamiliar. He's been living here. He stays. He laughed at first. He thought it was another cruel joke. But then he looked into her eyes, and he realized she meant every word. And that's when something inside me broke, because she wasn't just trying to take my dog. She was trying to take the last piece of me that still felt whole. He didn't fight her that night, not because he agreed, but because he knew Rex. A police ka-9 isn't just trained to obey commands. He's trained to read hearts, to sense tension, to react with precision. And in that moment, the apartment was filled with too much emotion, too much instability. He knelt down beside him instead, my fingers gently brushing through his fur. It's okay, he whispered, even though it wasn't. His eyes met mine, calm, loyal, unwavering. And for a second, it felt like he understood everything he couldn't say out loud. He left that night without him. And that was the hardest thing I've ever done. The days that followed felt empty. My apartment was quiet in a way that made my chest ache. No more soft footsteps behind me. No more watchful eyes guarding my sleep. Just silence. And memories that refused to fade. But what hurt the most wasn't just losing Rex. It was knowing who he lost him to. Sophia didn't just betray me. She tried to rewrite my life as if he had never mattered. She started posting pictures with him online, calling him her dog, smiling like she had always been the one he belonged to. Each photo felt like a quiet attack, like she was erasing me, piece by piece. But what she didn't understand was that Rex wasn't just trained. He was bonded. Weeks passed. He tried to move on, tried to convince myself that fighting for him would only reopen wounds. He was struggling to close. But deep down, something didn't sit right. Until one afternoon, he got the call. It was from my old unit. Hey, we need to talk about Rex. My heart stopped. They had received a complaint. Reports of aggressive behavior, unusual responses, signs that Rex wasn't recognizing commands the way he used to. That didn't make sense. Rex wasn't unstable. He was disciplined, precise. Every movement, every reaction, controlled. Unless he was in the wrong hands. That's when everything became clear. Sophia wasn't just keeping him, she was mishandling him. And that's when the pain inside me started turning into something else. Something stronger, something colder. He wasn't just going to walk away anymore. Because this wasn't about heartbreak. This was about loyalty. And Rex deserved better. The day he went back, he wasn't the same person who had walked away. He wasn't broken anymore. He was focused, calm, certain. He stood outside the apartment, my heart steady, my mind clear. The officers from my unit were with me not as backup, but as witnesses. Because this time, he wasn't asking, he was taking but what was mine. Sophia opened the door with that same confident expression. Oh, you again? She sighed, crossing her arms. I told you already. Call him, he interrupted quietly. She frowned. What? Call Rex. For a moment, she hesitated, but then she smirked, turning her head. Rex, come here. There was a pause, then the sound of paws against the floor. He appeared behind her, but something was different. His posture was tense, his eyes alert, not confused, just waiting, watching. She reached down, trying to hold his collar. See? She sighed. He's fine. He listens to me. Rex, he sighed softly. That's all it took. His head snapped toward me instantly. And in that moment, everything changed. He pulled away from her grip without hesitation, stepping forward, his body shifting into a protective stance not beside her, but in front of me. And then, he bared his teeth, not wildly, not uncontrollably, but with precision, with warning, directed at her. The room went silent. Sophia's confidence vanished in seconds. She stepped back, her voice shaking. What? What is he doing? He didn't raise my voice. He didn't need to. He's doing what he was trained to do, he sighed calmly. Protect his handler. Because no more matter how much she tried to claim him, Rex knew the truth. The officer stepped forward after that. The situation resolved quickly, legally, clearly. She didn't fight anymore. Because deep down, she knew she had already lost. He walked out of that apartment with Rex by my side, where he had always belonged. And as we stepped into the open air, he felt something he hadn't felt in weeks. Peace. Not because he got revenge, but because truth always finds its way back. And sometimes, the ones who stay loyal without words, teach you as the most important lesson of all. Never hold on to people who let you go, because the ones who truly belong to you will never need to be forced to stay.